Here we go. Cheers.
Episode.
Welcome to the Misfits Parenting Legend. Don't know the episode number. Whatever.
Episode.
You're requiring a little too much of us at the moment. So,
I haven't washed my hair.
Winding season down, and this is where we get a little lost in ourselves. So,
7 weeks. I don't think I've washed and done. I've washed my hair, but I haven't fixed it.
Yeah.
Because it's been 102 and you're out at the polls
You look
every
very
day.
nice.
So it is just this. It's been forever. So,
I
and I just didn't want to wear red because I was done with red for a while.
I think
so. I can take a break from red.
I think you
for a few minutes. So I was
for
done.
a few days.
For a few days.
And then we start
and
again.
Then we start again. So,
well,
parenting.
We're glad. Listen, your kids are amazing. Amazing. They were so fun. So we should back up. So what we did as our legends is we each interviewed with the same questions, but we each interviewed each other's children. Sort of like what we were going to do the spouses, but then the spouses chickened out and made us, they were afraid of what we might say or do.
Why's that?
With each other. They were a little scared of each other. So what we did is interview the kids, and so we have responses and sort of fun to see.
You're getting to go to see one of your kids, which is great, out of town.
Exactly.
So that's fun.
Birthday weekend.
I had Bailey surprise me this weekend, which was the greatest surprise.
Yes.
I mean, the kids, Bailey, Creed, and Cannon, and Sean. I mean,
your family was incredible.
Cannot describe how awesome they were in this last week, 2 weeks of early voting and the polls. I mean, Cannon stood outside in the sun. He got on shift at one location because there was 9 polls at 11 o'clock, and he didn't leave till 7 o'clock. Never left.
That's awesome.
He's like, I didn't pee.
Yeah.
He was like, I was there. And Creed did the same thing at Our Lady Star of the Sea.
Okay.
And then Bailey and her friends split up. And
so wait, it was the library and Our Lady Star of the Sea?
We had 9 precincts.
No, but they're right across from each other.
In Christchurch, all 3 of them.
Oh, no kidding.
Christchurch,
I didn't realize that.
Ponte Vedra Library, Our Lady Star of the Sea, Ponte Vedra Concert Hall.
Yep. Okay.
And then Ponte Vedra Concert Hall. Oh, and Chet's Creek on Palm Valley, that new little church on Palm Valley. So there's like 5 right there.
Okay.
And then 3 in Nocatee.
Okay.
And we had to staff all 9 locations from 7 in the morning till 7 at night. It was crazy. But all my kids did. They were amazing.
They were amazing.
And Sean was amazing. And I did not know Bailey was coming in. So that was really
sweet.
Hit it very well. All of them. They all knew. And so that was super fun.
Sweet.
So when you're talking about kids, like I told them all
and
this
is going to make you cry. So they were, the questions, maybe we should just state the questions, or did you, I don't have the questions anymore.
I do. I am the questions.
Maybe we how are we going to do this? We probably should have talked about this before.
Well, I think let's just go through some of them.
Okay. I did.
Hit or miss.
I had Lydia do a summary, so
maybe
we'll do a summary.
I think Harabed's mad at me because I've stopped using her because the campaign got crazy. So I'm not.
Yeah, I haven't been talking much to Lydia because my life has been a little crazy too. But so the strongest material is not simply what did our kids think of our parenting. It's what our children saw that we didn't realize we were teaching them, and what would they change. So your kids were relatively consistent with all this stuff. So their big takeaway was they were watching the life, not listening to the lessons, which I thought was all good. All 3 of them, children but not children, all 3 adult children pointed to faith as foundational, like every single one of them. Cannon says the most important thing his parents taught him about faith was that faith is the most important thing in his life. Creed says everything else he learned stemmed from your unwavering faith. And Bailey describes her parents' willingness to dream big and step out when they believed God was calling them. So what they remembered most was not necessarily taught intentionally. They looked at work ethic. They all reference work ethic, leadership, selflessness, conviction, and courage. Creed remembers his mom leading with her voice and being the hardest working person he's ever known.
Sweet.
I know it's going to make us cry. Bailey remembers watching her mom work full-time, earn a doctorate, and pour herself into her family. And Cannon remembers learning from his mom to stand for what you believe in, regardless of what others think.
You could tell they were in campaign mode.
So no, they were. But I just thought that was so cool that they I don't think that they necessarily looked at each other's. They sort of sent me their thing. And so I thought that it was really cool that as important as I know your faith is to you, I know that they know that, but sometimes we don't know that our kids grab
really
it,
know that,
right? Like we do. So, and then the one thing I'll say is then we can sort of maybe go back and forth, but they forget some things that we told them, but they're unlikely to forget the things that they watched us live. And your kids remember the fun.
Oh,
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, they like.
Sometimes you don't feel fun.
No, they like just playing sports, running around, having friends at their house. Bailey remembers laughter, adventures, dreaming together, and genuinely enjoying each other's company. And Cannon remembers sports and the freedom his parents gave them, which I thought was funny, being the youngest.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, you're the youngest.
Yeah,
That's why you get that freedom, baby.
Go.
Right? They were just like tired. So anyway, that we can keep going.
That's good.
But anyway, I thought that like they had. I have 4 pages.
Yeah,
so
they did well.
So
it's funny, you can see the difference from the boys and the girls.
Oh, for sure.
Like the boys were like one-word answers, which was great.
Yes.
The girls were like paragraphs.
Yes.
So you could tell by the time you get down to the girls, we're in paragraphs.
Right.
Boys were not.
Yes,
so
exactly.
Funny
Yes, no,
see,
and yes.
It was funny.
Yes.
I think what was fun on your kids was I sent this to them all and copied them all on it. So they started like
talking,
joshing each other. Like one referenced something, and then the other one was like, "I remember when," and then yes, I was a great leader to you. And they went back and forth, which I just stayed quiet in it and watched them. Kind of go back and forth. And then I think it was Cameron, and one of them was like, "Please, Miss Tammy, make sure you put this in there that I said," so
I defended myself.
I love to see their sibling.
They're such good banters.
They were hilarious.
They are so, I mean, that is one thing that like as a parent that I will take away is like an outsider might think they're giving each other a hard time, but it's like such a funny banter together of like, I don't know, like it's like how they love each other,
There is, I know you're not on social media right now, but there is a family, they're Instagram famous or whatever, however you say it. And it's their text messages back and forth. And there's an app now, which I think is hilarious, that it will put any text to song, to music. So this family puts their text thread to each other. And there's like the mom, the dad, 2 boys and a daughter. And they're all adult kids too.
Yeah.
And they're hilarious. Like they're like New York Italian, like hilarious. And their banter is like, it makes me jealous that we don't banter that well. We'll banter, but I'm not that good.
Like that, yeah.
They're hilarious. And they put it to music. And they've now become, this voice that they have singing the text messages, and it'll change the voice for which person's talking.
Oh, geez, that's funny.
It makes me laugh so hard because their banter is. So the other day, it caught, when you start watching it, then it just keeps populating. And the one brother's really the funniest. And he said, so it's Gabrielle, I think's her name's birthday. For her birthday wish, everybody put the worst picture they have of her in their phone. So she comes up. Now, mind you, this is a voice singing it. Put your phones over. It's this hilarious, like operatic voice. And she yells back, singing, please don't do this. Please don't do this. And then they start dropping these pictures. And then everybody has a comment on the picture. I was laughing so hard. Their banter is great. That's your
funny.
Kids.
My kids are definitely, yes. Yeah, I thought that was good. So
okay, so let's just read some because I didn't feed
That's
them
okay.
in, so I didn't get a theme.
Okay, we can do that. Mine, I mean, this is,
All right, so the first question is, what did your parents say so often that you can still hear it in your head? I thought this was a funny question.
Wait, I didn't ask that question. Okay, anyway.
Did we not have the same questions?
I thought we did, but go ahead. This is not mine started with, what is something your parents taught you that you still carry with today?
One's down there.
Okay, whatever.
But you didn't have carry it in your head? What did they say that you remember?
Oh, no, they did. Sorry.
They must just be in a different
order.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what did your parents say so often that you still hear it in your head? Cameron said, it came from Rodney. Cameron, I don't like to hear that you are paying 20% interest on your car loan. That's really funny.
Okay, I want to tell you how recent that was. That's what's the funniest part about that. And I heard the same thing from him. You're not going to believe this. Did you know Cameron? And I'm like,
yeah.
No, they're adult children buying their own cars. They don't tell me these.
Alex said, Oh, they're not in the right. They're not even in the same order with each of them. You're still here in your head from you.
Oops.
I think you're repeating yourself too much in this essay. That's what you said all the time.
Say to Alex. Yeah. I could guess which kid said it.
Oh, that's what I should do. Okay. Never go to bed angry. That one definitely stuck with me. And I think there's something really valuable in the idea behind it. Don't let resentment or conflict just sit there. Try to talk things through and make things right. And then,
that's funny. That had to be Katerina, I would guess. Or no, that was probably Tatiana.
That was Tots, yeah.
Yeah.
A promise is a promise.
Oh, that's Katerina.
That's Katerina.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
we
those
say
were
that. We say that all the time when they were
promise
kids.
is a promise.
Okay, your kids to the question about
what did you say that you
what
won't
did
forget?
you say? This cracks me up. Cannon says, I don't know if there's exactly anything, but my parents were always saying things about work, trying to make me busy because, as we know, I tend not to be busy.
Well, at least he knows himself.
I cracked me up. So Creed says, for me, it was more about when it came to sports. We aren't the biggest family, so my dad would always talk about us being lion-hearted and not afraid of being competitive.
Sean's password for everything, lion-hearted.
Lion-hearted.
That's
He said
what it was.
he would remind us that the Lord has not given us a spirit of fear, but he encouraged us to carry that mindset into sports.
That's funny.
Always. So what
if
Bailey?
we have a phrase?
Like a promise is a promise?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we did.
That's funny.
What did Bailey say?
Hers are paragraphs too. That's funny.
Hers are paragraphs.
Maybe she skipped that one.
I think she did.
Maybe she didn't
Okay,
know.
we're
Because we don't really
skipping that one.
say. I don't have like a phrase.
You don't?
I don't
Yeah.
know if I do.
Okay. Well, you told
Sean's
Cannon to be
phrase,
busy.
yeah, Sean's phrase, we joke, we quote it all the time, is he has two. That Heinz Ward threw up before the Super Bowl.
Oh,
we all know
okay.
that because
Yes,
anytime anybody
yes.
gets sick or anything, he's like, remember,
That's
Heinz
fine.
Ward threw up before the Super Bowl and we won. So
Mhm.
suck it
There you
up.
go.
That was always
Yeah.
the thing. And then the other one was, we just said it the other day, Tom Brady, all football analogies.
they're all-
he'll
yeah.
throw something out when you're doing
Right.
something. Remember, Tom Brady, blah, blah, blah. I
Okay.
can't remember what
And
he
you're
said about
like,
Tom,
yeah,
but
that's
those are his two. Tom
I'm
Brady,
going to
Heinz
remember
Ward.
that.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah.
What's the other
what
one?
else? What's another? You asked the questions because you have them written there.
Okay. Was there a rule, boundary, or decision you hated then, but appreciate now?
Oh, this was good on yours.
So, all right. I won't tell you who. I'll scroll through. Don't look. And you try to guess. That's so funny. They're in different orders. I
Yeah.
should have organized better. Sorry. Okay. Rule or boundary decision you hated then, but appreciate now. I definitely appreciate them keeping me humble regarding my driving skills at a young age, even though I was the perfect driver.
That would be Alex.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Cameron?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what started.
That's what started
Yeah,
it.
no.
So
Yeah.
then, because somebody else says,
Yeah.
I put it in here, but we'll get to it. So,
Yeah, that's Cameron. Alex would have said he's a perfect driver, but he probably would not be humbled by that.
okay, I don't think one of them answered it. Oh my gosh, they're not in order. I should have organized this. I'm sorry. I might have to just go down. Rule or boundary. I don't even see that one on the other ones. I think they didn't answer.
I think they
Similarly, they
chose
skipped
to skip.
some. Yeah. Which I should have organized more. Okay. Was there a rule, boundary, or decision? This was one. Limits on technology and safety tracking around them. Big supporters of this. Now.
Tatiana.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, Katerina.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Katerina.
Shoot. I'm like,
Katerina. I don't think the other ones answered that one. So, okay. Do you have the boundary one?
no,
Not funny? Okay. I'll go.
I don't. What is one thing that your parents did really well when you were growing up?
Okay, I have that.
I have
one.
that.
Okay, I have that one too.
Okay, I'll read mine first since I can find them. They made life fun. We
that's
laughed
good.
constantly, dreamed together. We were always off on some adventure or planning the next place. I think the amount we laughed together really stands out to me. We joked a lot and actually had fun. My parents fostered an environment which we could do that really well. That was Bailey because it's a
Yeah.
paragraph,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
I
Can
sort
figure
of,
those out.
I found the ruler boundary one. Oh my God, that's hysterical. What's my question?
I know we might have to go just down the list because we'll go back
Yeah.
and forth too much because they're out of order.
What they did when you were growing up? They were amazing and let us just be kids. We played every sport you could think of, ran amok, and were always encouraged to get outside and have fun. Our house was also the house where all of our friends came, so there was never a shortage of people around. Looking back, I'm really grateful that they gave us the freedom to be kids and make memories. Cannon says, one thing my parents did really well was letting us state our opinions in matters while still showing us that they were the parents and what they say goes.
Cannon has a
I
little
know.
depth to him there.
I
Look
told
at
you.
that. He and the man.
I got some good
Both
ones
of those
from
are
them.
good. Because sometimes I think I wonder if our house was fun. Because I feel like I'm a high stress,
Oh,
like,
no, it was
clearly
like your whole life was fun, according to them, is faith-filled fun.
that's so good. Because I think we talk about goals. I don't think I do fun well.
You know what the big bottom line of this whole thing was? I mean,
I'm a funny faith girl.
You're a funny faith girl, but if they'd go back and tell you one thing about what she was doing as a parent while she was raising you, what would you tell her? Want to hear this?
Yeah.
Okay. I would tell her that she was absolutely crushing it. She
Aw.
carried so much responsibility, often feeling like the weight of the world was on her shoulders, and she handled it with incredible strength and grace. I would want her to know that she made us feel deeply loved, seen, and incredibly special, even while pursuing big dreams and leading with confidence. She showed me that you can be both strong and nurturing, ambitious and selfless. She is fierce, compassionate, hardworking, and endlessly giving. And not many women balance all of those as beautifully as she does. I hope she knows that, because we certainly did. As Bailey.
That's really
Beautiful.
nice.
I'm just going to make you
really
cry.
nice.
These are the ones that are going to make you cry. This is from Creed. Okay. I would tell her that she did an amazing job and she trained up her children in the faith. It says biblically that they won't depart if you do so. She gave us so much love, support, and a strong foundation of faith. I would tell her to worry less about whether she was doing everything perfectly and enjoy the process more, because she gave us an amazing childhood. And then Cannon says, if I could go back and tell my mom one thing, it would be that everything will end up working out great and she's doing a great job. But as we know, she loves to stress. He's got a lot of, but as we know, like,
the truth is,
like he and I are good friends, like you and I know my mom, like nobody knows my mom.
Know.
So
that's really nice.
Yeah, so it's so sweet. We'll have to
I was going to say we'll have to give these. Like, I want that.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have to figure out
forward. Yeah,
share these or something.
That's
so
good.
Yeah.
All right, I can do the same one. What is something you wish they had done differently? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
No, that's not it. Yours was nice.
Oh, it's the last one. If you could go back and tell your mom.
I don't have that one.
Oh. They didn't feel like they could answer that.
Isn't that funny? What do you wish your mom had worried about less or enjoyed more? I swear we don't have exactly the same.
If you could go back and tell your mom one thing.
I'm just going to go down them because that'll be easier.
Okay.
Let me just do Cameron because they're great.
Okay.
What is the one thing your parents did really well when you were growing up? They were never afraid to be honest with me, even when they knew I wouldn't like what they had to say. I really value that they prioritized my growth. I wish I had appreciated it more as a kid and thanked them for it.
Oh, that's nice.
I know.
He tells us that. Like, Cameron is
love that.
Really sensitive to stuff like that.
What is something your parents taught you that you still carry with you today? To have faith that everything will work out. Even when things didn't work out, I knew I could blow off steam by venting to them.
Ah, nice.
Something you wish they had done differently? Nothing.
Oh.
It says, I helped raise and set a great example to each of my siblings. I did a perfect job, especially with Tatiana.
That's great.
So that was great.
Cameron's got such a dry, funny sense of humor.
It just raised at nothing. And I thought, he's going to say something that's like, because I helped raise them.
Right, exactly.
That's
right. Because
I did a perfect job.
I was partly responsible.
Especially with Tatiana. So that was funny.
Funny.
Okay, Alex, what is something your parents taught? We did that one. Value of hard work. One thing your parents did really well, they always did a great job being present, even in the seemingly small moments. They were always present in our lives, and that's made a huge impact on how I see myself as a parent. Cameron also did a great job setting an example, especially for Tatiana. So they started that was great. Then Cameron inserts, yes, I can't imagine thinking about how Tatiana's life would have turned out if I wasn't around. Please mention this. He's like, so they kind of went off this thing.
I'm laughing. Oh my God, that's great.
So they were so funny back and forth. What is something you wish they had done differently? Alex said, I didn't always appreciate the dinner timer when I wasn't eating fast enough. Or that one Christmas party my mom tried to pawn off as a birthday party. The cake had Santa on it, so it clearly wasn't my birthday cake. And then he had big Santa emojis in it.
Yeah.
So what's the birthday cake?
He was 4.
Is his birthday around Christmas?
This is the 26th. His is the 26th. And so we always we're really careful to shut down Christmas and it's Alex's birthday.
Okay.
Right? And so there was one time
where he got a Santa cake.
It's a leftover Santa cake.
What's the dinner timer?
He took forever to eat, so we had to set a timer. Everybody would be long gone, and we had to set a timer for him to
Was
eat
he
what
not
was on
wanting to
his
eat
plate.
the food, or he was just slow?
Both.
You just sit there.
Yeah, you just sit there. He was like a 30 times chew before you swallow situation. But then a lot of times it was because he was being stubborn.
That's so. And he didn't. Were you like, you have to eat what's on your plate kind of a mom?
I was like, you have to eat this. We're not there's 5 people. Like, you have to eat what's on your plate, So
you're one of those starving kids in Ethiopia?
No, not at all. But it was like, Alex, you've got to finish the food, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Henry will not have to experience this.
He's trauma from the kitchen, the dinner timer. I was like, I don't know what a dinner timer is.
He might need therapy over, but yeah.
Okay, now that you're an adult, what do you understand or appreciate about your parents that you didn't understand as a child? I can't even imagine trying to raise 5 kids. 1 is hard enough. I also owe Rodney an apology for making fun of how much sunscreen he wore or wears. I can see Rodney being a sunscreen guy.
God, he's a sunscreen. Yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah.
And now, like, Alex slathers on Henry with sunscreen.
That's got to be different too.
That's funny.
Their responses are a little different because he has kids.
Because yes,
like he's experiencing a whole new level. Except Cameron,
right? Yeah, they have kids.
Alex's is like,
right. He has much more appreciation, I think, for us as a parent, as parents.
Yeah,
than
once you have kids.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, if you are a parent or thinking about becoming one, what would you definitely repeat from the way that you were raised, or what would you do differently? And Alex said, repeat, I want to be present as much as possible. I want to be a role model and an important part of my kids' lives. Differently, balls are allowed in the house. It's funny. What do you wish your mom had worried about less and enjoyed more? Balls are allowed in the house. He did it again. I have no recollection of breaking anything, so it clearly worked out fine.
It's because there was no balls.
There was no balls in the house.
Right. Yes. But Henry's allowed to have balls in the house at my house.
Of course.
So the grandkids can have balls in the house. Henry's allowed to have golf clubs in the house.
Henry's allowed to do anything.
Yeah.
He's Henry.
So.
Well, and I think we talk about this all the time, the kids are going to be so much like us in so many ways, but there are going to be those things that triggered them. And I know that word's kind of, nobody likes the word trigger, but there's going to be things like no balls allowed in the house that we didn't think anything about it, but that was the rule. And they're going to just, that will be allowed in their house.
Right. You had coasters.
We had coasters. Right. They're going to be like, screw the coasters.
Yes, exactly.
So that's funny. Okay. You want me to do the last 2?
Last one.
Tatiana and
Katerina. Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Okay. What is something your parents
4 or 5's not bad.
Yeah.
4 to 5 kids is not bad.
The importance of hard work. What's something they taught you? And she said the importance of hard work. I definitely agree with Alex on that one. And one I still think about all the time is a promise is a promise. So they both said that. Yeah. If you say you're going to do something, you follow through. I think that's shaped how I approach both my personal and professional relationships. They also shared how important and hard it is to be the oldest. They are both the oldest. I couldn't agree more. The stuff I had to deal with, as you can see, a minuscule snippet in the emails above. That would have been hard to be the oldest. That would have been hard. What did your parents do really well? I think they did a really good job of making us feel like one family. We never used step sibling or half sibling language. We were just siblings. There was a real emphasis on being a cohesive family unit, and I think that gave us a strong sense of belonging. The example they set also extended to grandparents. Grandma and Papa were my grandparents. From my perspective, they never treated Cam, Kat, and I any differently. They always said they had 8 grandkids and really saw us all as one family.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is very nice because that's something you really wanted to do.
Yeah,
and
that was blending a family
that's got to be hard. So they saw that, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
What did they say that you still hear in your head? Never go to bed angry.
Yeah.
That one we talked about. Now that you're an adult, what do you understand and appreciate that you didn't understand as a child? I have a much better I must still be tired. I'm sorry. I have a much better appreciation now for how hard it is to raise a blended family. Parenting is hard under any circumstances, but when you're also navigating different households, different parenting styles, and co-parenting relationships, there are so many additional dynamics at play.
Mm-hmm.
As a kid, I probably didn't appreciate how much everyone was trying to navigate at that same time. As an adult, and especially as a parent of a blended family myself, I have a lot more empathy for how complicated that can be for the parents, the kids, and the family as a whole.
Yeah, she has.
So
It's very interesting that she's got such a similar situation, and she has said, like, this is so hard, right? Like, I didn't know.
It's a whole
That's
different
what you're
dynamic.
dealing
I mean,
with.
family's
Yeah.
hard anyways,
Yeah.
but when you blend, I can only imagine.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't drink that kind of milk because at Mom's house, we get milk with the red label. And I'm like, well, here you have to drink this milk or you don't have to drink
the
milk.
blue
You know
label,
what I
right.
mean? I mean, like, just like that kind of stuff when they're little to all the way till they're adults.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And she's navigating that pretty well, though?
No, she's
Yeah.
doing a great job.
Good.
She's doing a very good job. Good. Yeah. Amazing job. Better than I did.
Okay.
Really.
What would you repeat or what would you do differently?
Yeah.
Is this question. So Tot says, I would definitely repeat the importance of family time, education, hard work, routines, and getting a good night's sleep. Those things create a lot of stability, and I think I appreciate that more now that I have kids of my own. And one thing I've come to think about differently is how responsibility for maintaining a relationship gets shared once your kids become adults. As we got older and left the house, the expectation to be that it was the adult's child's responsibility to reach out and initiate the relationship. Personally, I see relationships as a two-way street, regardless of age or family dynamic. I think both sides have a role in making the effort to stay connected.
Okay.
Becoming a parent has reinforced that for me. I've learned a lot from the rockier periods with my teenagers and how much investment and initiation we need to make as a parent. I also learned a lot about myself and grew in how I think and communicate. I believe relationships require both sides to be willing to learn, adapt, and meet each other somewhere in the middle. P.S. We also allow balls in the house, sensing a trend. Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
What do you wish your mom had worried about less? I wish she had been able to enjoy more of Alex's soccer games and Andrew's golf rather than worrying so much about everything around them. And honestly, I wish she had given herself more space to enjoy her own interests too. Easier said than done. I think as parents, it's easy to get so focused on making sure everything is okay for your kids that you forget you're also allowed to have a life and enjoy yourself. I wish she had given herself more opportunities to do that.
That's going to make me cry.
I know.
Yeah.
Like they
so
saw
sweet.
all the work, which sometimes you wonder if they do.
Yeah.
And so I think that's great.
That's
lots
very
of golf,
nice.
lots of soccer.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least,
Okay.
Katerina. A promise is a promise is something you won't forget. What's something your mom taught you without realizing that she was teaching you? Hard work, drive, creating something from nothing. And she was the first person we wanted to call about Scribby for that reason.
That was nice.
Love of Remarkable, of course, she says.
Mm-hmm.
What is the one? How's that going?
They gave me a t-shirt that says Remarkable. I love it.
That's a great shirt.
Fantastic. So
How is Scrooby going?
it's good.
Is
it's
it?
good. They're so busy. They're waiting to hear if they got this thing where they might have to move to Boulder after they just bought a house in Salt Lake City. But yeah.
Why would they have to
Right.
move to Boulder?
To do this like venture capital compressed, what do I want to call it? It's the right word. Like a compressed support with a company that's willing to pour into them and, help them with everything of setting up a business and, taking it public and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. It's very cool. Maybe not taking it public, but launching.
Grow the business,
launching
like
it.
really.
It's a technology venture firm that would be basically mentoring them for 3.5 months. So they'd have to move to Boulder from September to December.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
So
which
not
would be
like
cool.
permanently move to Boulder.
No.
Just
Yeah.
a period of time.
Yes.
That's so cool. I can't wait to
Yes.
see Scrooby on the shelf.
I know. It's going to be on your Remarkable.
That's great.
Yeah. They're going to do, supposedly in this month, they're going to do what's that called on
Demo?
Instagram? No, a Kickstarter. So they're talking about that. So
That's
it's crazy.
cool.
It's so cool to watch.
You can't wait.
Yeah.
Okay. What is one thing your parents did really well when you were growing up? Stability, structure, routine. we could do better with that. What is something, it's funny even meeting them. How you can see that.
Yes, exactly.
What is something you wish they had done differently? I have I have a different answer than the balls. I wish I did not have to sit at the table for an hour or more until I finished my sausage or fish or the other food I didn't like. And don't get me started on Miss Carol's gluten milk and egg-free food. So apparently that dinner timer was a thing.
Yeah.
I've never had
she never got the timer. She was really good at like spreading it out and then, pretending like she ate it, but she didn't. Yeah.
What's Miss Carol's gluten?
Well, Cameron was gluten-free, and so I wasn't going to make just Cameron's food gluten-free. So I had found this lady that would make gluten-free stuff. This was before gluten-free, you could do anything. Like, you couldn't buy gluten-free pasta.
Yeah.
Cameron was 6 at the time, or 7. And so, so Miss Carol helped with she brought meals. Like, I bought them like for a week. You know how you can do like pre-packed
now
meals?
Yeah,
well,
back then you had
Miss Carol.
That's hilarious. Yeah, the gluten-free milk and eggs. That's so funny.
Egg-free and gluten-free. Yeah.
She was the one that said limit on technology as far as a boundary. Yeah. Her parents saying a promise is a promise. Right. So you guys must have said it. But what did your parents teach you about faith? Not by what they said, but by how they lived. Generosity and service.
Oh, nice.
I know. I agree with that completely.
Yeah. That's very nice. Yeah.
Now that you're an adult, what do you understand or appreciate that your parents did that you didn't understand? How hard it is to balance it all. And that parents aren't perfect.
Oh, that's nice.
I know.
Yes.
Okay. If you are a parent or think about becoming one, what would you do differently and what would you repeat? Focus on education and importance of hard work and that you could do anything. Differently, I'll bring it back to the food. I think that's so funny.
That's funny. They hated Carol.
And then last, what do you wish your mom had worried less? I don't know this for sure, but I can imagine it was hard to balance it all and feel worried or guilty she was not being the best XYZ. She said, I feel that now.
Yeah.
So
it is fun to have them be parents.
Yeah.
Right? I think it is fun. Like it just, even this summer, like watching them each be here and parent their kids and stuff. It's just hysterical.
Yeah, it's the next step.
It is.
Like I'm at least seeing my kids become an adult.
Yes.
But they've not been parents yet.
Exactly. And
so
we're going to see Cameron and, like his dog is his child.
Right.
And,
Now, how old is Cameron?
Cameron is going to be 34.
So what? Tots is the oldest. She's what?
Yeah, 35. Then Cameron. 34. And then Alex and Katerina are the same age.
And
they're 31.
31.
Yeah.
And then
Andrew is 9 years younger than he's 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, sorry. Apologize he didn't respond. But, prodigals don't.
Well,
so
he had to see it. He was on them.
So
he had to see their bantering. I'm sure he had a banter he wanted to throw in
It's
there.
okay.
So
his bigger things to worry about.
Yeah, had a banter he wanted to throw in, but we'll get it.
I think we covered most of these, right? It was, I just thought it was so cool that, like, unlike you, they didn't respond together, right? But they all sort of said the same thing, which I thought was cool. I think that
Bailey had to get on the boys' case to do it, which is fine.
I'm sure.
Because Cannon was like...
But I will say that Creed was first.
Okay. Well, it was funny because when she came home this weekend, she was like, Cannon was like, man, Bailey was on my case to get that thing in, Mom.
I know.
So I knew she was badgering.
Yeah.
At least Cannon.
I thought these were nice. Cannon said, I don't wish my parents did anything different, to be honest. I think their parenting was the main reason I am where I am today.
Aww.
Which I thought was cute. Creed says they were so adamant about keeping faith as the number one priority in everything that we did for a while. I'm sure my siblings would agree. It was honestly a little off-putting, especially as a child. There were a lot of things our family did different than other kids didn't. And when we were young and want the approval of your friends, that can be difficult. Looking back, I think some of those experiences left a bad taste in our mouths when it came to faith for a period of time, which,
it was a lot of they couldn't watch the same shows.
Yes.
They couldn't have the same.
You still have that.
Yeah. We still can't watch. Sean won't let me watch the shows. I have to sneak and watch the shows because Sean won't let us.
And Bailey says, I wish we had talked a little more openly about the hard things. Growing up, it often feels like we want it, that if it Growing up, it often feels like we always needed to be okay and didn't need to create space to be honest when we couldn't. I know my parents make intentional choices to protect us from difficult things, and I'm grateful for that. But looking back, I wish we had learned that it's okay not to be okay, and there's no room to process, and that there was room to process struggles together, ask hard questions, and carry one another through these seasons. I think those conversations would have made us even closer. And so I thought, I loved it. It was,
we've talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
We were very much of the, you don't fight in front of your kids.
Right.
You don't talk about,
right.
And I don't know why. That's not
right.
my personality per se.
Right.
It was kind of like a parental thing. We wanted to have this idealistic life, and we just never shared the bad.
Right.
And as they got older, Bailey was the first that was just kind of
making that part of the
why
conversation.
didn't you tell us that was happening? Why didn't you tell us we didn't have money? Why didn't I was like, I don't know. We just didn't, and
right.
I think the biggest thing was when Sean was going through a lot of his stuff, we just hid it.
Yeah.
And now as they're older, they're looking back and well,
it
would have been nice to know,
idyllic,
know.
Yeah.
So I think that is something we both have said. I don't know why we did that.
Yeah.
Because it's not like we're not open people.
Right. No,
Somehow I had this image in my mind as a parent, and I don't even know if I consciously thought it.
Yeah.
We just did.
Yeah.
So I wish you would have been more
I thought
open
that
too.
this is from Lydia, so I can't take credit, but faith doesn't require us to pretend everything is okay. And that's very much what has birthed Misfits is it's okay not to be okay. And we're sitting here doing it publicly and having people tell us, wow, I really got something from that. So that for me, that was very impactful because, it's so easy to listen to different criticisms about, well, you shouldn't say that on the podcast or whatever, right? It's no, this is the whole point of the podcast. And I feel like part of the attack that we get is from
that perspective.
That perspective is why we're here. Is that that we're definitely misfits.
Not. Yeah,
right,
for sure. Sometimes even more misfitty than others. I'm feeling very misfitty.
Oh yeah,
right now. I mean, we both have had a couple weeks that feels very misfitty.
I know.
I don't think misfitty is a word, but
I don't.
You know what I mean?
But,
misfitty.
I think we can make up any word we want.
It's very misfitty.
Good parenting isn't measured by whether your child likes the boundary at 12 years old. Sometimes you don't find out whether it worked until they're 25. And I think that's
true.
If I had to give somebody advice, that's what I would tell them, right? And
definitely don't let them look at teenage years and think.
No.
Don't rate yourself on how your kids are acting in teenage years.
Exactly.
That's
or older.
Yeah. I mean, 'cause that's just brutal.
Yeah. And they see our sacrifices, and that doesn't mean they won't understand it someday. And then there is the mom message, worry less.
Worry less.
And I feel like that my kids
Both
said that,
did that,
your kids said that. Mom is doing better than she thought. Mom's perhaps one of the greatest gifts we can give our children and ourselves is a worry a little less and trust God a little bit more. And I think that's what I'm learning in this season is I'm trusting God and, and worrying less. Right. And I think it's funny that our kids saw that. And I don't know how you turn that off.
No,
right? Because you worry about your kids constantly.
When I was going to say, if you think of young moms,
oh my God,
we would say to them, don't worry about the fact that they didn't poop or they didn't take the nap.
Right.
But in the moment, it's a really big deal.
It is.
And you just, as the mom especially, become so consumed. I mean, I'm watching some of these moms that I've been talking to on the campaign trail.
Right.
That are giving me their feedback about the school.
Right.
And I try not to giggle or laugh or make them feel minimize what they're struggling with. But what they're struggling with is, he's not reading at the same grade level, and he's 5. He's going to get there. Yeah. The one mom was about a pacifier. Oh my gosh, trust me, he's not going to kindergarten with it. He's going to let it go.
Exactly.
I know it feels like a big deal right now.
Right.
But it's not.
But didn't we? But that was the fun thing about having 5 kids and having such a distance. When I was in with the older kids, right? I mean, I was just in survival mode, right? I couldn't even talk to another mom. I'm gluten-free, what?
Right.
Right? Yeah.
I
mean, I was surviving. Rodney was commuting to New York, so I had the kids Monday through Friday by myself, right? So then Andrew came along, and so then I was the old mom.
Right.
At the, right? I've been out of this business for
I've been doing
a while.
This for a while.
And so it was really funny then to see those moms and be
Yeah.
It's okay.
Right.
Like,
please don't worry about that.
It's okay that he had a snack that had sugar in it.
Right.
Like, I promise you there'll be more. Like, it's just, I think you're right. But I mean, it's funny that our kids saw it.
Right. And that would be the message, I think, to everybody as a mom.
Agreed.
Like,
agreed.
Don't worry.
There's no perfection.
That would be the same thing I'd tell myself. If I could go back and do it again, I would say, don't worry as much. And yet, 100%. I'm still worrying today.
And your kids are saying how much fun you guys were.
Right. And we didn't,
like, faith and fun. What a cool two adjectives to describe your parenting style is your kids saying it was full of faith and full of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's so
why'd we worry about everything?
Honoring, right? And I look at my kids and they're just funny.
Yeah.
They're just hysterical. They're just funny. And so, like, I should have just enjoyed that. As opposed to the worry. Yeah. The
As
worry.
For parenting.
Yeah.
That would be
that's
the
what we
skill,
have on
right?
parenting. Yes.
Don't worry.
Well,
and they're going to be fine.
We have to trust God.
Gotta try. We say it. I mean, but yet we're still worrying now. So this is not just to young moms or new moms.
No, this is a constant.
For me now. Stop worrying. My boys are going to move in September 1st without a job and without anything, and they're going to be fine. Why am I worried? They're fine.
They're not worried.
They're not worried.
They're telling us, don't worry.
They're not worried at all. So.
No, it's definitely, it's been a seriously long journey of inspiration this year with me having to learn about inspiring and really, like, it all comes down to how much are we willing to trust God, right? And, parenting is the first challenge of we're not.
And probably the biggest.
For sure.
I mean, the thing you have to trust the Lord with most is your kids, because that's like another human life. Yeah. It's not just a job. It's not a campaign. It's not that as big of a deal as it is. Right. At the end of the day, subconsciously, if I lose my job or I lose this, like, I'm okay.
Right.
But your kids, that's like,
I know.
Those are people you're raising. So that's heavier and harder to trust.
It is.
On that.
Definitely.
But you did great.
It's definitely. Well, so did you.
So that's great.
I was like, I want to be fun. So there's a little comparison going on that I was like, I wonder what my kids are going to say.
I was thinking the same thing.
I was like, oh God, did anybody reply? I almost texted you and said, if you don't hear from anybody, just you cannot tell me and just get Harabed to say something and lie. And promise me you're never going to tell me.
I threatened the kids. I was like, if I have to pay you to answer.
I didn't talk to anyone about it.
So
I didn't talk to any of them.
Just answer. Like,
I did wake up one night, like in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh my God, nobody is going to reply to me. But anyway, thank you to my children for
guys, thanks for doing that.
Yeah,
that was
it was fun. It was fun. They're legends in absentia.
Yeah.
In absentia.
What's that? That's a big
They're
word.
absent legend.
What's the word?
In absentia. It's Latin. Never heard that expression?
Oh, I don't go beyond a third grade vocabulary. That's where I tap out.
They're in absentia.
That's a big word.
Yeah, they're legends in absentia.
There you go.
So we'll have to ship them all a pink mug.
Yeah, there you go.
Which they designed. Which I think Tatiana designed them at one point.
Mishaps.
Yes.
We should come back with our biggest parent fails.
Oh, yes.
I mean, there's some doozies. There's some doozies.
Do we seriously?
Like, I look back over life and I'm like, well, we've had some fails.
We have had some fails.
I mean, not even just the huge moral fails, as far as even just.
There's huge moral fails.
I mean,
this is like
clearly.
Oh my God.
But I mean, like.
There's some funny. I'm glad we have a little prep time.
Yeah.
So
there's got to be some funny. And there are those moments where you look back and you're like, I lost my marbles as a parent there.
Yeah. Yeah.
The parenting stories.
Yeah. Yeah. They're funny. But I mean, I wish we had time to interview our parents because I think, like, I would love to do what our kids did for us. It's such a gift to hear them say, like, you should have worried less. You could have, but I learned this and I learned that, and a promise is a promise.
Go back and answer those with my mom.
Yeah.
Like thinking of my mom and mine. Really that'd be a nice gift even to give them, or just share with them.
That would. And they can watch it we can do it on here. They can put on, we'll put on YouTube and they can watch it on the big
mom
screen.
Mom and dad can
TV.
watch it on the big screen.
Yeah. But I think that would have been a nice, if we had time to add another set of mishaps, we could add that layer, and I think that would have been.
We have a 5th week this month?
No, I think that would have been
fun.
Because I would love to say thank you to my parents because I do watch myself now taking away so much from.
You see that generational.
Yes.
I mean, yes, some's genetic, but I think some of it is environment. And the way you were raised in your house is the way you raised your kids, which is the way they're going to raise their kids.
Yeah. I don't know where the no balls in the house came from. like, because
that was the rule, no balls in the house.
we always had balls in the house. And we played like Nerf gun war, you
Right.
know, but I would always like say no balls in the house. But, you know, it's because like I would be cooking and Alex would be like, Mom, heads up.
Right.
You know, and a football would hit me in the head, you know, so.
Yeah. Back out balls in the house.
But,
But my parents, that's where I got that too. My parents, my dad actually was the one that always said, this is the Lord's house. And so it's not to be protected per se. Like, have a home, like play.
Yeah.
It was just always, people can come and go. And I think we took that in with our kids too. So it was always just, this is just stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, so everything in our house was broken and glued back together because there was full on football games. I always tell the story. The one time I came home and it was Sean and the boys and they had turned my lampshades. Did I tell you this?
No.
Took my lampshades and turned them upside down and screwed them back on. So they were like a funnel.
Yeah.
And they took socks and rolled them up in a ball and they were on their knees and they were playing knee basketball in my, you know,
lampshade.
Upside down lampshades. But we had a big glass door in the back and they, you know, were thoughtful. They didn't want to break through the door. So they took all the couch cushions and stacked them up so that if they fell into the, you know, glass door, they wouldn't break it. So I walk in the house from all day working and there's my lampshades upside down, cushions everywhere, everything's broke and shattered.
I mean, we had golf balls everywhere. So, you know, there was the whole, I forget what their name is, but anyway, they would like do a golf ball and it goes down the stairs and over this and up that and down that. And
like a mousetrap kind of a thing.
Yeah. Like, no, this went on for.
They'd build.
Oh my God.
Sets.
All like this was when I come home from work, it'd be like cushions this way, the stairs up
so
there,
the ball would
light,
go.
the lampshades. Right. And we also, they had a game that they played, you know, what's the thing?
Air hockey?
Like air hockey, except they did it on the kitchen table with coasters. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, and they flung coasters. And if the coaster got in your goal, right.
And so they made their own air hockey.
I mean, so there was
all the fun games.
Yeah, there was.
You definitely have to get to a place where the house is not.
We had Nerf gun wars. We all, like, there was a period of time where we all carried Nerf guns in our pocket, waiting. You know, like you'd come out of the shower and be like, you know. so there was that.
Fun.
But anyway, okay. Well, cheers. We are
parenting.
We're out.